Guys, welcome back to part 2 of day 44 of your 101 day fasting program. Just take a look at this lovely roast veg. Smells absolutely incredible. I'm going to give this a nice bit of a mix up and it'll be going back in. Let's just test these. See, some of that sweet, some of the butternut squash is still pretty solid. So this is 25 minutes in, by the way, and what I'm going to do now is put them in for another 10 minutes, give them a stir, and then while these are in for the last 10 minutes, we're going to prep our avocados. As you can see, one's more cooked than the other. That's because one's been on the top shelf and one has been on the bottom. So we are just going to mix these around now. Those are going back in for 10 minutes. And like I said, while they're in there, we're going to prep our avocados. Our avocados probably want 12 to 15 minutes. Cooking time. What we want to do, chop these straight down the middle. Just be careful with your hands, with your fingers. Give that a bit of a twist. And just be careful removing this core as well. Same again with the other one, depending on how many you want to eat. I'm going to eat 2 avocados and probably a full tray of that veg. What you can also do as well with these avocados is, and I probably should have done this just beforehand, thinking about it, is kind of skim the bottom off like that, just so they sit flat and they're not going to tip over and the eggs aren't going to fall out. Depending on how big your eggs are as well, I should have picked up smaller eggs actually. I wonder if I've got some smaller ones here. Nope. So what I'm actually going to do with this, I will be taking the spoon and just scooping out a little bit more of the avocado, just to make some space for our eggs. Just going to scoop just a touch more, and I'm not going to waste that, obviously. Just a little touch more, just so your eggs can sit inside them comfortably. think that should do us. So I'm going to salt and pepper these first. Then crack our eggs into them. And as you can see there, I've made a little bit of a schoolboy error, so not to worry. It just means I've got to trim a little bit extra off. We'll be updating the recipe to use smaller eggs. If you're kind of cooking this today and you've only got large eggs, scoop a little bit extra out. Just so that your eggs can fit in nicely without them tipping out like that. I've got one small egg left, so I'm going to use this. And there we go. It would help if I use a bottle of olive oil that's got some olive oil in. Just gonna put a few drizzles over the top. Get some more pepper there. I am going to grate some cheddar cheese over two of these, and then I'm going to add some feta cheese at the end to the other two. Also add some herbs to these if you like. Since we are using thyme, you're going to sprinkle just a little touch of thyme over the top. Just giving this veg another mix up. And we are ready to put the eggs in now. Careful with your eggs, putting them into the oven. Careful not to tip out any of the filling. I'm going to time them for 10 minutes and I'll check on them. They usually take 10 to 15 minutes. I'm just going to see where they're at in 10 minutes because I obviously don't want to overcook them. Okay, timer's going on for 10 minutes. We will see you again soon for part 3. Goodbye for now.